Hello everybody, just a little update. Haven't been on the internet much past month, but we've had some happenings. So those of you who've been following know the situation I have with my mother driving. And well, at last we got to the point where the police took her plates, and she had an accident, not an important one, meaning nobody was hurt, thank God. But at least it was for once a person that she banged in who called the police, because usually she convinces them not to call the police and that she will pay for the damages. So all these years, not only we don't learn about it, we don't hear about it, but she's off the hook. The woman's been driving with driving license that is like 25 years old, and it was from Africa, so it's not worth anything here. So she's been kind of illegal. She knows it very well, of course, because to insure your car you need a driving license. And so last time she bought a car, we were here, and we took the insurance on with my husband's driving license. Anyway, an insurance that she was supposed to pay and hasn't paid the last month. So when the police got there, she didn't have her insurance and she didn't have her driving license with her, so they cut her a good fine of €500 and took away the plates. So anyway, we were quite happy about that. I regret that they didn't do an alcohol test, because I'm sure that she was drinking. I mean, she didn't see the woman in front of her. She just went bing straight into her back, yeah, and hit her from behind. The damages are quite big, so she's got the other person's car and her car, like €2,000 of damages, plus the renting of the car that the woman is going to need while her car is being fixed. And but the thing is, why I'm doing a video about it is that the whole hypocrisy that these people play, So the girl she bumped in knew us, and she told her, call your daughter, and she was like, no, I'm not calling my daughter. Of course she's not gonna call her daughter, because her daughter would see that she was drunk, okay? And plus I keep on telling her that she's an awful driver and she shouldn't be driving. She's gonna kill somebody someday. So of course she didn't want to call the daughter, but she didn't expect the lady to call the police. Well, actually what the lady did was she called her insurance, which was the same insurance company that my mother was insured before we did the new insurance for the new car. And she called them, and she said, the woman said to the driver in front of my mother, call the police straight away. She's not insured, because they knew that she was not insured at their place anymore. And she went to the computer and saw that she hadn't paid her insurance, so she was not covered. Anyway, so I learned about it from somebody the next morning, but I did as if I didn't hear anything about it. I wanted to see how long it was going to take her to tell me. It took her 2 days to phone me up, And the way she called was like, "Hi, how are you? I'm fine. How are you? I'm fine. I had a little accident 2 days ago." And I was like, "What? Did you really?" They took my plates, and of course she needed us to go with her to the police, since she knew very well that the insurance was on my husband's name. But she was kind of pretending that she didn't know anything about it. And I don't understand why they took my... I said, "You don't understand." I said, "Do you understand that you don't have a driving license? And how about your insurance? It's on my husband's name. And I told you that if you have an accident, ever have an accident, and we're here, we're going to have to run and pretend that we were driving to at least get the insurance to cover us. If you want your insurance to be covered, because it doesn't cover you, it covers my husband or anybody else driving, but not you, since you are not, you don't have driving permit, driving license." Anyway, so she was all pretending like, I didn't know, and all that. I said, "Why didn't you call me? I didn't think about it," and all that. And then when I meet the girl, she says, I kept on telling her, "Call your daughter, call your daughter." And she was like, "No, how did she know that you were my daughter?" I said, "You told her that I was your daughter." And of course she was drunk again. But she insisted that she was not drunk. Anyway, on the first phone call, she was like, "Oh, this sweet lady, I bumped into this sweet woman, and she was so nice." And she kept on, the thing that they do, they compliment themselves. And she kept on saying, "What a nice lady I am," about herself, And when the policeman came, they said, "Oh, be nice to her. She's such a nice lady," and all that. She was really... Oh, it was like, oh God, there's something smelly here, When they start like this, you always know that there's something behind it anyway. So yeah, we went to the police, all that. The second day she starts, I was expecting it. So I went to warn the woman, and I said, if you have any problems communicating with her, because you are, please call me. And I will... I'll see what I can do and all that. Because we know the people. And, of course, we go and see them. And, yes, I will pay for everything and all that. And second day, she starts bitching, Stupid fucking bitch, And I told her not to call the police, but she wanted to call the police. I said I was going to pay for everything. I told her I'm going home to get my papers and my driving license, and I'm coming back, and now it's all her fault. It's always other people's fault, It's all her fault. Now I don't have the right to drive again because of her, because she called the police. And I was like, "No, you don't understand." I said, "It's enough, it's never. With you, it's always the other people's fault." I said, "But this time, really, it is not. Once more, it is not." I said, "It's your fault. You didn't even see her, and you went straight into her. First. Second, you haven't paid your insurance for a month now. So you're not even sure." "Yes, that's the only mistake I did. I had for once. I didn't pay my insurance." That was the only thing actually that she couldn't deny. That's why she accepted. She accepted that she didn't pay the insurance because she could not deny it. This is proof. "But it's their fault. They didn't call me to warn me." I said, "Of course they did, because they called us first, and we gave them your phone numbers and everything, so they did communicate with you for sure. Otherwise, they would have called us back if you didn't answer the phone." So, and yeah, so it's the other woman's fault, And she didn't put her, what do you call the light? So the car, when the car wants to turn, you have the light, to say that you're turning. And I said, the woman has stopped to turn, and you went into her, Anyway, she didn't expect the damages and all that. And every day now it's somebody else's fault, And then the third day she calls me up and says, can you explain me why your husband is on my insurance? Why is your husband's name on my insurance? And all that. I was he kind of trying to blame us too. We're stupid enough to have done this. You're not going to blame us for that too. It's favor, I said. It's a big favor we did to you. So you could buy your car and so you can insure, so you could buy the car and drive it. Yeah, because to buy the car you needed insurance. Obviously. And to have insurance, you need a driving permit, which you don't have. So she's been trying for the past 3 days to find who she's going to blame for it. And they just do not accept any mistake, ever. It's just like, ever. So she even tried, and this is the funniest thing. That was yesterday. She just bombarded me with phone calls, and I knew she was getting somewhere because it was like stupid questions that she knows the answers, but she wanted to get somewhere. And where did she want to get after? On the 5th phone call, that actually on the 3rd phone call, she tried to tell me that she was not concentrated on the road. Of course not because she was drunk, no, but because she was very sad, very upset. And I was like, and I will tell you why. And I said, I don't want to know. It's going to be a stupid excuse, It's either I don't make enough money, or we're working, 2 of us, at the same old shit anyway. An excuse. And I said, I don't want to know what's your excuse. You should have been concentrated on your driving. On the road, I said. Yes, I'm not going to tell you because I was so upset. Only one person knows why. This theatrical thing. And then by the 5th phone call, because she really wanted me to know why she was not concentrated on the road. So there was another phone call where, oh, did you hear about it? She said, your father phoned me. And I'm like, all along going, where is she going with this? Your father called me, your brother, so my half-brother, so my father's son with the other woman, had an accident the same day I did, and I was like, gosh, I'm expecting her to tell me that they are soulmates or something, and both happened at the same time. They both had an accident. What does this mean? Karma? What? God knows what was going into her head, but it was like waiting for it. So for those of you who haven't seen the previous videos, my brother, my half-brother, is the guy who my mother has met 3 hours in her life. 3 hours she's been with him. And ever since she saw him and met him, she's in love with him. And she loves this boy so much that she is going to give him part of the inheritance. Give part of the inheritance that is supposed to go to my sister and I, her children. She's gonna give to my father's son from another woman. Of course, we know very well that she's trying to make us demean us, make us feel less important with that tactic. It's obvious and all that. So she was trying again because she did so many mistakes this week, okay, that she wanted to demean me, make me feel like shit. And she was trying, and I could tell on the phone calls that she was trying to get somewhere. And so, do you hear her? Your brother had an accident the same day I did. Can you believe this? And you know what? For some reason, we closed the phone. Then she phoned again. So on the 5th phone call, she was like, this is the reason that I crashed. Because I was so upset that your father told me that he's going to come with him and he's only able to come here for 2 days. Meaning that she was upset that my brother, my half-brother, was not going to come longer. She was not going to spend more time with him than 2 days. And I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? You're talking about my half-brother, whom you have seen 3 hours in your life, like you're talking about your son. This is how I feel about him. And I was like, fuck off. Clang. Close the phone, just fuck off and don't call me again. I said, you're completely nuts, Oh, God. They are something. They really are something. And I'm smiling again. A year ago, I wouldn't be smiling. I would have been, like, devastated. But I'm smiling because it makes me laugh. This game they playing constantly. Every little move they do, they make, every little thing they say, it's like aiming somewhere. It's not natural. Nothing it comes out natural from these people. It's just like they have a purpose in life, and this is to poison your life, our lives. This is their purpose. And the other thing is that my sister called her because my father asked her, call your mother. She's had an accident. And my sister took her 2 days. I mean, she didn't want to at all. She didn't feel like it. I mean, she knew she didn't have, and she didn't have a very important accident, She didn't hurt herself and all that. But she didn't want to get in conversation with her. And by the 3rd day, the guilt that you feel and everything, she called her up. And the phone call ended with, you and your sister are the worst thing that has happened to me ever. So, it wouldn't have touched me, but it did touch my sister a lot, She was again going through the question, why does this woman hate us so much? Why can't she love us? Why can't she take somebody calling her daughter calling her to see how she is, and she feels the need to demean me constantly and all that. Big question. Oh, so I see where I'm at, and I see where my sister is at, and I frankly believe that if you don't spend the time to understand how they work, to realize that their every move, has an aim, it's not natural, doesn't come natural, that they are like robots, they've got their tactics and they go by their book. It's like so obvious. If you don't really do that 1 year, however much, however quick you can be, but this brainwashing of reading, learning about it, listening to other people's experience, and get it in there, get it, and just understand it, how it works. You will never go past that feeling of, what can I call it? Mother disappointment, that pain, that hurt, that place where these people get you on purpose, and the only reason that we're there, we get to that point, is because we don't know. But once you know, it's like, calling me to tell me about my brother, like, well, fuck off, who do you think you're fooling now, do you think you're gonna get through me, I'm not even wasting my time listening to you. Go and get your madness, give it to somebody else. I don't want to be dealing with that madness anymore, I'm not free. So, just wanted to, I don't know if this is called venting, or I don't know what it's called, but I'm still smiling. So, new people, please inform yourselves, go through the whole shit, just day and night. Watch as many videos as you need to watch. Listen to as many stories as you need to listen to. Experiences and all that. Just get it in there. Get it into your little head. The faster you understand, the quicker you understand, the quicker you're going to get over this. They're going to, get away from that grip that they have on you. It's the only way. Get working. Yes, it needs a lot of work. Yes, it does. Bye-bye to all my usual ones up there. I'm still watching your videos. I haven't forgotten you. I'm thinking of every single one of you. Bye-bye.